Hi, welcome back to the Storehouses of Heaven Bible Study, where we're delving into the awesomeness of God and the absolute coolness of Him making the earth and the process that took. So, as we start, before we delve back into Genesis, we're going to jump ahead into the New Testament, John 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. The Word is Jesus. Keep that in mind. He was in the beginning with God. He helped create our world. All things were made through him, through Jesus. And without him, Jesus, nothing was made. In him, Jesus, was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot comprehend it. So anyone who's not walking in the Lord is in darkness. And they can't understand God until they have accepted him and are serving him. That's what that set of verses really and truly means. When I figured out eventually that the Word was Jesus, it rocked my world. Because I didn't realize that for a long time. I pondered, I struggled with that verse, and then I read a little further. So now we're going to go to Genesis 1, verse 2. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, meaning the water. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. The Spirit of God was holding absolutely the foundations of our world together. He wrapped himself around our world. So in our world, from my understanding of the Bible, as we're going to keep going, as he talks about raising the earth up out of the water. So the earth, our dry ground was under these waters at this time. And it didn't have any form. It was kind of a blob. And the water covering it was a blob. There was nothing holding the waters back. There was no water above it. It was just kind of just sitting there. All right. And then we go on to Genesis 1, verses 3 through 5. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was morning the first day. Keep in mind, God is the one narrating this story, the true history of our world. And there are people who say, millions of years can be worked into this. No. God is God. He cannot lie. We already established that in our last video. God is God, and he cannot lie. Hebrews, Titus, Numbers, they all tell you this. And we need to keep in mind that when God says day, it's night to morning. And that is a day, according to God. So, that's what God made. And God didn't change his wording. He didn't change that at all. He said day, an actual physical day. Also, keep in mind, later on is when God creates the stars and the sun and the moon. He hasn't done that yet. So where's this light coming from? This is something God doesn't tell us. But what he does tell us in Revelation 21:23, it says that the city that is in heaven has no need of sun or moon to shine on it, for the glory of God gives it light, and the lamp is the Lamb, and that Lamb is Jesus. So I have to think from that the light that exploded upon the world, it was from God. It was from Jesus, from the Lamb who was going to come eventually to save us. In the Bible also, God talks about, in the beginning, I am. I am now, and in the future, I am. Meaning he is living, he's timeless. He does not have time as a limitation. He created the time. He created everything. He can do whatever he wants because he's the creator. It's like somebody who creates a code for a game or a program or something. They can create a back door so they can do whatever they want in it. Well, God is the creator. He wrote the code for everything. He wrote our DNA. He wrote everything, every picky-unish detail, knowing that we were going to sin, and at the same time, knowing that he was going to send Jesus. Jesus was willing at this time and more than capable to lay aside his godness and become man. Fully God, fully man, but he laid aside his authority, not his authority, sorry, his power. That is one of the most important things we need to remember. This Bible is founded in the authority of God. He's not a liar. He is perfect and he loves us. And as we go through, we're almost out of time. I'm trying to keep my videos short. But as we go through this, we're going to see, oh, this is perfect. And this was a foundation. And then that next step gets made. That next step, like a house, you lay the foundation first. You do the plumbing, you do the wiring, you do the framework, you do the roof, you do the windows, probably not all in that order. Probably the plumbing and electricity come after the walls are up, at least in part. But everything has to be done in a specific order in order for the house to be well made and to be structurally sound. And that is what God is doing with our world as we're looking at Genesis. He is creating things from the bottom up, and he's holding it together with himself. And that's just the most amazing thing. Thank you for watching, and please join me next time.